Hey, Delta League, Greener here. Got another scouting report here, aka highlights, mostly offensive clips of VIP, aka the Giants, and this is from year 3. I'm thinking it's about mid-season, so his team's going to be a little different this year. The plays, I'm sure these are his base plays, and he'll continue to do them. He's a good player. He doesn't make really many mistakes. He doesn't throw into coverage. He really checks down well, passes to the open man, very disciplined that way. Really, only reason he won this game, and it was tight defensive battle the whole game, and this is no joke. Look at 5 minutes and 8 seconds of this video. I made sure that the highlight was included. Pierre Garçon, who I had on the team that year, literally for blocking purposes. That's the only time he got into the game was when I needed a run block from a wide receiver. So he rarely got in the game. I passed to him once, and it was in this game in a stick concept that was wide open. Oh, take note of that play right there. He runs that Vikes dig. I'm going to come back and talk about that later. He runs that Vikes dig a lot, but I'll come back and talk to that later. Anyways, back to Garçon. He literally got one pass all year long, and he was wide open on a stick concept, and thrown right to him, and turns around to run upfield. Boom, fumble inside my 30. His only time he touched the ball all year, coughs it up, and gives a win to VIP. I'm not bitter over it. I'm not bitter. Yes, I am bitter. He got cut. Definitely got cut for that play. Absolutely 100%. And absolutely 100%. That's the reason I lost this game. But that's Madden. You lose games like that for fumbles. That's just the Madden matrix. Deciding to give you a fumble at that time, and there's not much you can do about it. Here you go. There's that Vikes dig concept again. We'll talk about that now. That Vikes dig concept, if you want to rewind that, how it works is on the weak side of that play where there's a single wide receiver, he's running a C route, and the running back runs a quick out. So it's a high-low read. So if you're cornerback slash DB ends up taking the flat and takes the quick out away from the running back, he throws the C route. If your DB hovers around in cover 2 and covers the C route, then he's going to throw to the quick out. He loves that play in that formation where you see 3 wide receivers and a tight end, and on the strong side there's 2 wide receivers and a tight end. On the weak side there's a single wide receiver, and there's another C route. Look at that. Oh wow, imagine that. Anyways, he loves that route. You guys look for it, okay? I think cover 2 will stop that. Those soft squats, they kind of float back and pick up that coverage and make it a real pain in the ass to run that route. But he runs his check downs really good too. Here he is, empty backfield. He likes to run two plays out of the empty backfield. His go-to is wide receiver screen to the strong side, and on the back side it's double flats. So keep an eye out for that. So if on the strong side you want to try to use her and get into that wide receiver screen area and triangle ride, and you can get yourself a pick. But I would imagine if you make I actually made a pretty good user play there, and he still threw it. He got lucky and ended up still completing it. But I'm sure you saw that in one of the replays. But generally, if he reads that, he'll probably go to the double post concept on the backside, or just scramble. But at least put some pressure on him and run that when you see 5 wide receivers. If he doesn't run the wide receiver screen on a 5 wide empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set, he likes to run mesh with double drags, and he'll hit that underneath stuff. The other thing of note that I wanted to mention was actually on offense, and you'll see I made sure I had 1 or 2 plays. That looked like he was running some kind of cover 4 beater. But anyways, you can rewind that one and go back. Oh, here's the fumble. Here's Garcon at his best. Come on, Garcon. You're only in there to run the play, but I see, okay, you know what? He's going to be open on this. Fumble, changes the game. And actually, they're running that DB fire in that play. And I was expecting that, so the DBs vacate that area in that blitz. And he usually runs it when there's only 3 down linemen. So there'll either be 2 double defensive backs, or they could be outside linebackers too, that run through D-gap in an outside blitz. And then he hopes his 3 big hogs can clog up the middle and gets pressure on you. So you got to read that blitz quickly and throw your blitz counter pass, which I did on stick there, and Garcon just coughed it up. That was ugly, and that decided the game and gave him the win here today against me in the regular season. It didn't mean squat, as far as, no, actually, it did cost me a first round bye, so that kind of sucks. But there's other games I could have won too that also cost me a first round bye. But nevertheless, c'est la vie. But overall, VIP, he runs a pretty error-free game, and he has a very good defense. He supports the run really well. Look at his stats. He's always at the tops of the boards in defensive play. In terms of, here's the game-winning catch here. Alshon Jeffrey running that post against my 99 zone cover receiver. Or sorry, my zone cover safety, my 99 awareness, 99 PRC, and Alshon Jeffrey comes down with the ball. As you can see there, that was a DB fire play as well. I included that lone offensive play to show you that. So, anyways, that's my VIP. Here's a long gainer here. I just didn't get outside contain support. I think that was his biggest run of the game. But it really was a defensive battle all in all. And he got that one lucky fumble inside my 30, and that was the difference in the game. So congratulations to him on that. But you got to play error-free ball. Here's the wide receiver screen I was telling you about, right? And then on the back sides, there's double posts, so you can see that as well. But he runs the ball, takes what's given to him, kind of runs where they ain't. Nothing fancy in that regard. And if you can stop the plays that I mentioned, the C routes, that Vikes dig, that's his go-to money play. If you can stop that on the weak side, you're going to be in good shape. And if you can, you got to stop the run against him too. He runs the ball really well, and do all the fundamentals right. And hopefully you can see. There's the Vikes dig again. All right, and I picked it off. There you go. That was all in my corner there, though. Anyways, hope my scouting report helps. Have a good night, gang.